Hello, Exiles. This is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and welcome to another Path of Exile video. In today's video, I'm going to give an update on my raider. Currently, it is a Flicker Strike raider. So I had a comment asking, why don't I try Flicker Strike? And I hadn't even thought of that because I'd never really played Flicker Strike before, honestly. It's something that I thought I wouldn't like, and it turns out I was way wrong. I actually really do like it. So currently I have a kind of cold conversion, although I don't have 100% cold conversion. Once I get some resistances fixed up, I'll probably switch over to Hrimsorrow gloves. But currently I need like the lightning resist. My resistances aren't very good, basically. With the dual wield setup and not really getting much resistances from the tree or anything, and not really getting resistances as much on my rings, because my rings, I have a frostbite ring that I hope to get rid of for Assassin's Mark ring at some point. And then I have a ring that gives me like power charge generation, a bunch of stats, and some flat physical damage. But yeah, basically I'm running like hatred, grace. I'm still stacking a lot of evasion. I've got 27,700 as a baseline, and I hit like 70,000 or so with all of my buffs up and everything. Like just with my flasks, I hit 47,666, and ooh, spooky, it is Halloween. And then I get a bunch of evasion when I have frenzy charges, which I have 7 now. I do have on my amulet, I do have my last frenzy charge from that. There's a lot of other things I could do as far as like corrupts and uniques to get more frenzy charges, but 7 seems to be fine for now. Currently doing red maps. I have 2 more watchstones to get to before Cirrus. I had to farm low level stuff for a long time to get this character going because I had to level up a bunch of gems and everything. So I didn't make much progress, and I've only recently started doing Guardians. And since I had to level this up and quit my other character, yeah, I'm a little behind on my Atlas progression. Currently I'm getting my second, I'm going to get my second to last watchstone here, and then I'll get my final watchstone, which is here in Lyra Arthane. So that is the plan. I'm just going to demo Toxic Sewer really quick to show how the build plays. If watching Flicker Strike bothers you, because some people it does, some people say they kind of get a headache, I'll have timestamps so you can skip ahead and I'll go over the gear and tree. Although I guess if Flicker Strike bothers you, I mean, maybe you're just interested in seeing how I'm going, but yeah, otherwise I don't know why you would be here. But yeah, basically Flicker Strike is going to yeah, just shoot you all around, and it's a pretty fun skill. And then you just press V whenever and go into the Shadow Realm here, the Krangleverse, and start clearing stuff out. You zoom around. There's lots of zooming. It's a pretty fun, fast build. As you can see, I attack fast. Sometimes it feels like Flicker Strike's a little bugged because it doesn't immediately attack when I still have frenzy charges, which can be a little bit of a problem. But yeah, it's not too bad. Just you just kind of hold down right click, honestly, and move around. I'm using dash as my movement skill at the moment. I need to change that for leap slam. My attack speed is so fast, there's literally 0 reason for me to not have leap slam. I'll just go back and loot everything at the end. I do sometimes lose frenzy charges on single target. I'll show you how I'm maintaining my frenzy charges, because I'm not using some of the uniques that are commonly used, and I am dual wielding swords, so I'm not using, you know, what people would generally be used to as far as this setup for getting frenzy charge generation. But I can tell you right now, once I get like the 12 exalts needed for Awakened Multi-Strike, which I have a bunch of stuff for sale, so maybe that'll be in a couple of days. We'll have to see. But yeah, once I get everything going for Awaken Multi-Strike, it'll be a lot easier to maintain all of my frenzy charges. And yeah, it's so fast. It's a really fast build. I have a lot of like evasion and block and spell suppression, so it's pretty tanky for how little HP I have. You know, even when I get up to like 200 or whatever corruption, I don't have too much of a problem surviving. Sometimes with like certain really gnarly map modifiers, I get like a little bit of a survivability issue, but generally speaking, it's not too much of a problem. Yeah. And the single target isn't terrible. It's not super good yet, but yeah, I'll be doing a lot to improve my damage when I go through this. Oh, I missed the edge of the boss. I accidentally kind of went around in a full circle, which is fine. But yeah, I want to show the boss. My chaos resistance is very bad, and I'll show you why afterwards. You know, I would like to have much higher chaos resistance when in fact I have, I believe it's minus 84 or minus 82. So I would not recommend having that low of chaos resistance, generally speaking, or just at all, honestly. Oh, I think I got Redeemer, so that'll be my last, oh, I have to go down this way. That'll be my last thing I need for, so I can fight Cirrus. I don't think I'm going to be fighting Cirrus 8 on this. I might do like a Cirrus 4 or something, but I don't think I have anywhere near the DPS to do Cirrus 8 yet. I have a lot of stuff. I might just hold off on doing my Cirrus entirely, or do like a Cirrus 1 just to have it completed. Oh yeah, this is a terrible boss for having low chaos resistance too. Yeah, I have to like zoom in and out because I can't be on the chaos ground for very long without just dying. In fact, I should go into the Krangleverse to leech up some health. There you go. And then I'll go back and try. Ooh, boy. Yep, this is a spicy one. There you go. Okay. I wasn't sure how that was going to go. Yeah, you can see right here I have minus 82 chaos resistance, so it's very bad. I do have some reduced damage over time taken type stuff, but generally speaking, just awful, awful. Yeah, I'm going to go back and I'll loot afterwards and I'll talk about the build. So as you can see, it's a pretty quick mapper. It'll be a lot faster when I get some other things, like I would like to have an additional strike on my gloves. These are okay gloves, but I'm either going to have to get Hrimsorrow or an additional strike. Currently I have Tribal Fury, so I do strike 2 things every time I flicker strike, which A, helps me get my frenzy charges up faster. I don't really have a problem maintaining them against packs, even just with Tribal Fury. And I'm not going to use Ancestral Call because I need all the damage I can get. And yeah, so let's look at the skill tree first. So I'm a raider. I did spec into Rapid Assault because it's very difficult. Previously I was using Rotgut to maintain full uptime on my Onslaught, but it gets rid of all your frenzy charges, and I really need to maintain maximum frenzy charges, so I bit the bullet, got rid of Avatar of the Veil, which would be helpful for damage, giving me that cold exposure, but Onslaught's nice too, so I just picked that up. And I have Quartz Infusion, which gives me 40% chance to suppress spell damage, which puts me at a nice round 100% spell damage suppression chance, which is good. So I'm always taking 50% less damage from spells. I have the Way of the Poachered, which is gives me a 10% chance to gain a frenzy charge when I hit a rare or unique, and a 20% chance on kill. So that's really nice. And then I have Avatar of the Slaughter, which gives me a bunch of bonuses, so I'm getting like 70% evasion rating, and like 28% movement speed and attack speed, and 70% attack damage when I have all of my frenzy charges up, which is really nice. I don't know if it's necessary. I might pop out of these and grab Avatar of the Chase, just because it's maybe gonna give me more attack speed. I mean, it'll just straight up give me 20% attack speed, I guess, which is less. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe Avatar of the Slaughter is definitely the way to go. But and then as far as the skill tree goes, I have Cold Mastery here, which is converting all of our physical damage, or 40% of our physical damage to cold. Not even close to all, I wish. And then I have Winter Spirit, which is giving us 10% of physical damage as extra cold, and the little node gives it 4%, so I get 14% of physical damage to cold there, and then an additional 25% from Hatred. So that's really, really nice. got some spell suppression here. I need to pick up one with nature at some point, but I'm not having that many points left, and I might want to get a little bit more life as well, so I'm kind of strapped for points at the moment. Other important things are spell suppression mastery, with critical strike chances increased by chance to suppress spell damage. So this gives me an additional 3% damage suppressed as far as spells, so it's actually 53% less damage taken from spells. And yeah, this gives me 100% crit chance, and a single node for 100% crit chance is obviously very good. I need acuity because I don't really have a lot of accuracy, and I actually got the dexterity's accuracy bonus. Instead grants +3 to accuracy rating per dexterity. I have 453 dexterity, so when I allocated this, I went from 94% chance to hit to 100%, so it does make a difference if you're like scaling through this much dexterity like I am. So that's a pretty big deal. Then I got the sword wheel and 8% chance to gain a frenzy charge when you hit a unique enemy. So that's another. So that's 28% so far. But actually, I also get 20% from flicker strike. So I have a 48% chance to gain a frenzy charge when I hit a unique enemy. So when I'm fighting a boss, and I hit 3 times. So generally speaking, you're going to gain frenzy charges over time. Sometimes though, because it's RNG, you don't, and it you end up kind of stuck at 3 or 4 frenzy charges until a little bit. And since you lose so much damage by not having a lot of frenzy charges, that's kind of a big deal, which is why Awakened Multi-Strike, which gives an additional repeat, and makes it so skills repeat 3 times instead of 2. That'll give me much better single target frenzy charge generation, along with better single target damage in general. So this is going to be my biggest upgrade of the whole build for both damage, mana efficiency, and frenzy charge generation on single targets. Huge, very, very big. So yeah, so we are getting a lot of frenzy charge generation through that. Oh, and also I'm using Ice Bite, which gives me a chance to gain a frenzy charge on killing a frozen enemy. We're critting a lot, we're freezing a lot. All the trash mobs are getting frozen, and they're all getting killed. So that's kind of all the frenzy charge generation stuff out of the way. Got like Heart Seeker, Survivalist, still stacking a lot of evasion. I don't know if I really need freedom of movement, but the main reason I picked this up is for the Grace has 25% increased mana reservation efficiency. And honestly, I think that's pretty solid. I did spec out of the armor evasion, the Graceful Assault node, which was giving me 5% of evasion rating as armor, and also a bunch of onslaught effect. I mostly wanted, I needed more damage, so I did that to get into dismembering, and also to pick up the accuracy mastery. Still running Tailwind, or Wind Dancer rather. I wish I was running Tailwind. Tailwind would help this build enormously, but nope, currently don't have Tailwind, but I do have Wind Dancer. I'm running Fangs of Frost, so I have gloves that convert 20% of physical damage to cold, and then this gives 40%. I tried to roll this up to 25%. I should have just stuck with the 24% I had, but unfortunately I didn't, and with my last Divine, it went down to 20 because it's a Divine Orb to craft this. So yeah, I can get this up to 25% once I get a few more Divines. I'll probably try to roll this again, or maybe I'll just change to Hrimsorrow and make other upgrades instead. Running Blade Barrier, still running like all the block stuff, so I have 50% attack block and 42% spell block. You really notice the block and how it works with the entropy of evasion. Like if you run into a map that has reduced block chance, you can feel it. You can really feel it. So block is really important for evasion builds, I think, right now. And it's lucky that, you know, Ranger, which might be running evasion, is so close to so many block nodes. I feel bad for all you bow boys out there, but you know, that's how it is. Block chance, you know, over here, lots and lots of block stuff. And then outside of that, just crit. Yep, just getting crit stuff. So it's a pretty simple build. Another important thing to note is I am getting this little node for life and mana leech. It's just a little bit, but we get hit infrequently, so we usually heal up to full pretty quick anyway. So that's a pretty big deal as well. So that's the tree. Go over the gear. I got both of these swords. I was using dream feathers until just now, basically level 91. I just bought these. Bought them for an exalt each. They're about 330 or so, 340 maybe DPS swords with high attacks per second and crit chance. So this one has 1.9 attacks per second and 7.26 crit chance. This one has a little more crit chance, a little less attack speed, but yeah, they're basically both foils, which give crit multi, which I need desperately. Decent damage. Later on, I want to get like some 400 plus DPS foils, but these will do for now. Unfortunately, this one gives me minus fire resist. I actually had a cold and chaos resist craft on my belt previously, but had to change it to a fire and cold because of this to stay over 75. But it gives me a little bit more flat physical damage. I didn't want to continue scourging it. I bought it for an exalt, and I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and try to crangle it, see what I get. I was hoping for physical damage. I got it on the first thing, and I'm like, all right, I'm done gambling. But I had to fix up some gear. So yeah, not terrible foils here. Helmet, just high evasion, 912 evasion with 88 life, some resistances, some accuracy. So, you know, it's a pretty good helmet. Can't really argue with that. It's solid enough. I showed my rings earlier. My rings are okay. This one gives me some power charge generation and minimum power charge, which puts me at around 50% crit chance, which is good enough once I have my power charges up. And it gives me a little extra crit chance even on bosses with the minimum power charge. Also gives me a lot of attributes on this one as well. This one is Frostbite on hit. Like I said, I do want to change this to Assassin's Mark on hit. It's not giving me too much as far as good stuff. It gives me 15 all resist and then the inbuilt resist and a crafted life roll. But honestly, this is pretty meh. Not the best ring out there. Amulet. A lot of attributes, which I need. High life, attack and cast speed, physical damage, resist. This is good. This is a good amulet. I'll probably continue to use this for quite a while. Gives me frenzy charges. I can get a better amulet for sure, but yeah, this is fine. And body armor. This is the other important thing I didn't talk about earlier. Probably should have talked about it, but 10% chance to gain a frenzy charge on hit. I bought this for 10 chaos. And then I 6-socketed it, and then I 4-linked it, then I threw it into my Krangler, Krangled it 3 times, or Scourged it 3 times. It got to a 5-link, and then I used 5, where are they? I used 5 Tainted Orbs of Fusings before I got it to a 6-link. So it cost me, basically very, very little. Like, I think the Tainted Orbs of Fusings are like 4 chaos a pop now, so that's 20. So it was 30 chaos for a life and frenzy charge on hit with high evasion. Body armor, 6-link. I mean, that's pretty good. 30C for that, roughly. Can't argue with those results. Belt, it's just elemental damage with attack skills, a very small amount of resists, and kind of mediocre life with some strength. I can definitely upgrade this. This is right on the chopping block for things to upgrade as soon as possible. But, overall, it's pretty okay gear. Flasks are important, so I have all of my utility flasks set with used when you hit a rare or unique enemy, if not already in effect. I have an Atziri's Promise that I need to continue to quality up. I have a Stibnite of the Antelope, which gives me increased evasion rating during flask effect, or continuous Stibnite of the Antelope. I have Medic's Diamond Flask of the Eagle, which gives me a chance to gain flash charge when I deal a critical strike. My attack time is 0.8, so I'm attacking about 12 times per second. About half of those are crits, so I'm doing about 6 crits per second. So over the course of like the 7.2 seconds, I'm probably gaining like only like 4 or 5. Unfortunately, it's a low roll, but it also has attack speed, so I don't really want to mess with it because I like having attack speed up. I can't really full maintain this during boss fights, unfortunately, but it's up every once in a while, give me a little boost. Jade Flask, this one has a better roll of chance to gain a flash charge. It's a Doctor's Jade Flask to Piercing with the same thing. Gives me flat evasion rating, which helps boost my evasion along with the 2 more evasion multipliers I have, which are Grace and the Stibnite Flask. It also gives me a chance to gain flash charge when I deal critical strike, double, so I'm gaining a lot more flash charges per second on this. And then I am also getting increased crit chance while it's effective as well. So with all of my flasks up, I get a pretty considerable amount of crit chance. Currently, I'm sitting at, I have way higher crit chance than I thought, 60.93%. And then if I'm just going to piano all my flasks, goes to 73.15% with all of those up. Plus, I get 2 power charges, and the power charges are going to give me another like 9%. So I think, I should be up to about 82% crit chance. So yeah, maybe the Diamond Flask is a little better as far as generating like one per second or so, but it's still not enough to maintain. This is generating like 2 per second, so over the course I'll get like 14, which is about half of the charges need to use. So I have like half uptime on these 2 flasks basically, roughly on bosses. Not too bad. Life Flask, I just have Corrupted Blood. I don't have Corrupted Blood immunity, unfortunately. I don't have the points to get it. I could get it from here, but I guess I could just get it for a jewel, because currently the only jewel I have is this like Flat Life Crit Multi, which is a Hypnotic Eye. It's just not a very good jewel. So I could just replace this with any Corrupted Blood immune jewel and probably be better. I'd like to fill out this other jewel slot that I'm near as well. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the build. It's pretty fun. I think... I should probably mention Pantheon, which I don't mention. Currently, I'm using Soul of Aracali, but I do want to get... I have to figure out where Latanius the Black Prayer is, because I'm no longer using Avatar of the Veil. I can't realistically get chance to avoid all elemental ailments, so I do want to get freeze immune. So I'm probably going to get Soul of the Brine King and capture Latanius, the Black Prayer. I need to look up which map that has, and if I have that map, and if not, I'll just buy it. Also, for fighting the Poison Conqueror that I can't remember off the Hunter, I am currently using Soul of Shikari. Generally speaking, I would use like Soul of Ralakash would be fine. There's a bunch of ones that are just fine. I don't know. None of them are super good. I guess reduced effective shock on you could probably be pretty good as well. But yeah, at the moment, Soul of Shikari is fine. And the reduced chaos damage taken from Capture the Restless Shade could actually be really huge. And Caustic Ground really messed me up, as you saw with the fight with the big spider boy in that last map. So, yeah. That is the build. I hope you enjoy. I'll probably maybe switch it into a Cycloner or continue to play this. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I can do with this build. I'm having a lot of fun. I am eager to try. I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of uniques. Like, I have this shield that I'm crangling right now with pretty good evasion and energy shield. And I also managed to get the Jewel Seething Fury, which gives me a bunch of crit chance. So I might try a shield skill, crit shield skill with Seething Fury. I don't know. I have so many ideas for stuff I want to do. You can just print 6 links this league. Like I have a 6-link Belly of the Beast. I have I have more 6-links. I have a 6-link Ironheart. Got a Kelms. I got a 6-link Queen of the Forest. I've had 2 6-link Soul Mantles. I could have this as one too. It's giving Herald of Agony and reduce maximum life though. So I'm kind of hesitant. Here, I'll just see if I can get a 6 link right now. There you go. All right, I just got another 6 link Soul Mantle. You just print out 6 links this league like they're nothing. It's really easy. So play whatever build you want, honestly. This league's been a lot of fun for me. I know some people have some problems with it, but I've enjoyed it immensely. I especially like running these Crangled maps. Like some of them have really good, like, I have getting a lot of scarabs, getting a lot of essences, a lot of splinters and everything, like legions and all that. You just get so much stuff from this league. This league is a loot pinata and a half if you know how to play it. Maybe I'll put out a detailed guide, but there are plenty out there already. But if you want me to explain it, let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to head back to playing. This has been long. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I will see you next time. Bye.